Have you ever dreamed of living in your own industrial studio apartment? Then this video is for you. I'm turning this massive warehouse into my dream creative studio. From design to reality, I'm taking you with me to every step of the process. As a filmmaker and photographer, I spend a great deal of my time indoors, so I need a space that fuels my creativity. But finding the perfect space wasn't easy. After countless viewings, I finally found it. A huge industrial storage unit with 10-meter ceilings, upper floor and a garden. Now I'm making it my own. What is up YouTube? Welcome back to another episode of me building my dream industrial studio apartment and documenting the whole process. The main idea behind this space is to create a photo studio / working space / creative hub. A place where me and friends can feel inspired in and take part in creative projects. Generally a space that will allow me to create loads of content and be inspired in. One of the first things I did after I got the place was to make a 3D scan with an app called Polycam. If you have an iPhone with a LiDAR scanner, you can download it for free. Then I brought that 3D model into Cinema 4D and started working on it. I want the space to be extremely minimal and have like a very clean look, while at the same time keeping certain elements that still make it seem like an industrial warehouse, like the metal staircase, for example, the tall high windows, the garage doors and the industrial floor, of course. These are elements I want to keep till the final stages. And yeah, the main idea behind the kitchen is to have a space that looks extremely cinematic and will serve the purpose of creating cool content for clients, commercials, or if Gordon Ramsay wants to come to the studio, maybe we can shoot something for him as well. So yeah, I put an island in front and thought about how the shot will look and from what angles before setting up to create it. And since the kitchen is going to be the most complex thing we'll have to work with, I set out to start with this one. It's gonna have to involve basically everyone: plumber, electrician, carpenter, tile maker, the guys who do the extractors. So we set out to start with the kitchen first. So the kitchen project officially started. The carpenter started bringing all the pieces early in the morning and then started assembling everything together, like the island and the main kitchen top. I did have to buy all the appliances beforehand because everything was made according to what I bought. So I had to buy the fridge, stove, sink, basically everything that the kitchen needs beforehand. So that also took a while till I select everything I want, and then they just made everything according to that. I did choose to go with gas on the island, first of all because if I want to make any content, gas just looks way cooler, and second, I didn't want to make any extra holes in the floor to bring electricity. So even for the gas, I will have to use a lighter to turn it on. That's fine. So a couple hours later, the guys managed to assemble most of it. However, they had to stop, as they told me in order for them to continue, more work had to be done by the electrician and plumber before they can finish. And that's one of the main problems also when you're working with too many people at the same time. Everyone will just do something, finish halfway, and then tell you that the next person has to come in, which is normal, of course, but then the next person tells you they're gonna come 1 week later, and just like that, it's been a month and you're just like a few steps ahead. But I guess that's normal unless you're working with a group that does all the work themselves. So during these weeks of waiting when nothing was really happening, I found myself traveling for work or fun, and I tried to find other industrial studios that had the same aesthetic as the one I wanted to create, and I gathered a lot of inspiration from them, and I think it was a great time to spend gathering more inspiration while this project was still under construction. And one of these days, as I was working on the 3D model, I realized that I had done absolutely nothing for the first floor, which was still quite a very big space. So I opened my laptop and started working on that as well. The second floor already had 2 rooms, however they were like connected with each other, so you had to go through one room to get to the second. So I thought I would separate them into 2 and then keep the open area just open for now, or maybe say make a third room later, or who knows. So operation first floor officially started. Again, my uncle was the main person to help with this, and I guess he's gonna be a key figure in helping bring this studio to life. He's a legend for that one. What we did basically was cut a hole in one room and then remove the door from the other in order to completely separate these 2 rooms. We basically just transplanted the door. Didn't want to put more expenses into this upper floor since it doesn't have a lot of significance to the project. Just wanted to separate the rooms, keep it very simple and save costs. We also removed this weird construction which was like in the middle, separating the third room, I guess. We took it on the side for now. I didn't want to throw it away since I could probably use it later for something. So for now the 2 rooms are split, the door is successfully transplanted, and I would say these 2 rooms are ready to be painted. After we were done with the upper floor, I had an epiphany with this column. First I removed these weird metals, which I cannot see why anyone put them there. But yeah, I feel like this column is gonna be a significant part of this space. I wanna do something like exposed concrete. It would be really cool to have like the whole place white walls and glossy floor and an exposed column in the middle, or could also have some lighting. I don't know. Certainly I want to do something cool here. And just as I was doing that, I received the call that the guys who are gonna do the extractors are ready to come, and kitchen project is again rolling. So up next we have the extractors being installed. This is a step that had to be taken before the kitchen finishes, so we know exactly where the island is gonna be placed for the extractor. I chose to have these aluminium exposed metal tubes. Initially I wanted them to be square, like usually you see in factories, but they told me you can't really do that, so I went with these tube ones. And this is a step that had to be done before the plumber comes in, because we also had to do the holes in the bathroom, and once these guys are done, the plumber can come in, and then they can finish the kitchen, and then the electrician is gonna come last. So everything is kind of interconnected. I chose to have the extractor quite high because the main point is to have a presenter or someone who's on camera to be visible and not be hidden by it. That means that it won't be as effective for smells, but we're gonna do everything for a video. And both of the extractors are going out the window, so rest in peace window. We'll see what we're gonna do with you in the future. For now this step is done. We are back. We got the kitchen almost finished, and now it means we can finally finish the bathroom. A friend of mine is gonna come later to help out with everything here, and it's really cool because quite a few friends have been here actually lately to help with cleaning, and generally they have been very helpful, so that's really cool. So I'll get started with the bathroom now. I got this Godox light, which I have for filming, but right now it serves the purpose since we still have no electricity. Even though everything is already installed, it's really a long process to get the electricity. We gotta cover all of this there, and this. And then after everything is looking perfect, the plumber can come in and put the sink here, shower head, toilet, the cover for there, Also, I might remove these things. I don't like them. It used to be for heating that nobody really uses anymore. So I could like cut them up there and keep these pipes looking industrial and all that. Let's fucking go. When I moved in, these windows were completely covered, and initially I thought it's a wall and it looked very sad with no windows, but then we found out that they were just like covered with this fake wall, so we just took it down, accidentally broke a couple, and while taking these out we completely destroyed all the corners, so now I had to redo them with plaster. Fortunately my friend was quite helpful, so we did it together, and once this is done I'm gonna start sanding it and make the corners better. So that's all for this episode. I hope you guys liked it, and be sure to hit all the buttons to see how this project evolves. And hopefully soon we're gonna have a beautiful industrial studio apartment. See you soon. Also, important note, the other day we found some kittens in the garden, and it seems like they had been like less than 20 days old. Their eyes were still closed. I guess we're supposed to take care of them now. So my girlfriend got them some food the other day and a shelter because it was raining like crazy. Let's find out where they are and what they're doing, and hopefully give them some food. There she is. I just put the shelter there. And this is the food that my cat hates, but hopefully the street cats love it. Also, I don't know if I talked about the garden yet. I have a massive garden. Soon I will have someone come and collect this whole thing. Still don't know what I'm gonna do with the kittens there. I hope they grow a bit so they can move around while they clean the garden, and hopefully we'll have something cool happening. A barbecue over there. By then maybe we decide the name for her. Maybe you guys can write something in the comments regarding names and we choose the best name.